Hello all, welcome back. Alright, on my last video, I think I was still trying to get these last commodities delivered to Brisbane, Adelaide, and Newcastle. So we've got those done. We're almost got all the rum delivered to Newcastle. Uh, it's still 1891. We have to deliver that by 1896, so we got plenty of time. We just have 24 loads of rum left to deliver to Newcastle, and we will be good to go. So we're just waiting on that. So let's take a look. We do have plenty of money. I sort of wish I had an idea. That's a connection bonus 296. That's pretty good. The only problem is I don't know if which nobody really around needs wine just yet. Yeah, you need 86,000 citizens to need that. Newcastle might be up there. Nah, they're not even up there yet. So let's see, 170, okay, we got another one delivered. There's probably another train being delivered. Alright, so we're getting there. Almost. Just need 8 more. So one more train, and we will be ready to go. Let's see when the next train is coming. So we've got this one that just left warehouse 2. So actually it looks like it's that one. Yep, this one right here. So once this gets down to Newcastle, it will be, that'll be the last one. We'll just speed it up a little bit. We've got a lot of money. I've been a little hesitant to spend any money because I want to wait and see what the next task list is, what the next list of tasks are going to be. So I sort of kept my money, just letting it grow. That way I got plenty of money if I need to do something crazy for the next list of tasks. All right, get in there, rum. Yep, that is the last one, so. All right. Hopefully it's an easy task, or maybe it's a hard task. I don't know. We'll see what the next list is. At this point, I'm doing pretty well, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Australian commodities are gaining popularity throughout the British Empire. It seems that we're on the right path. Without a doubt, the gold deposits were a good start, but the real treasures are to be found in the outback. If those still untouched raw material deposits can be developed, Australia's future will be secured.
All right, so let's take a look here real fast. I just paused it so that I can read the task list without it, without the calendar keep going. We can still read this though, even while I have it paused. So have 2 cities with a population of at least 80,000. We already have 1 city, so I'll focus on another one and I will just build it up. It might be Adelaide that I already have, or it might be Melbourne. I'll have to go back and double check. So we'll find another one and we'll just get some more commodities to it. It might even be Bendigo, because I do think that one was pretty good. Produce 40 loads of clothing. Now I do have cloth being made by a couple of cities, so I might take over one of those other ones and start producing clothing. That's not an issue. Produce 30 loads of rayolite. I do have rayolite being made in one of my cities, so I might buy that factory and then I'll start producing it. So that's not an issue. So those are actually 2 things that are pretty easy to get done. Produce 10 load, and also I believe Newcastle already has a tailor, so they're producing clothing. I could just buy that tailor and then use the cloth that's being made to do that. So I'll go back and look and see which is the better option. Produce 10 loads of newspapers. So newspapers is something I have not done yet at all. Um, I don't think I have any newspapers being made. I don't think I have any paper being made, so that might be something that I need to look into. And then transport 20 loads of cement to towns. Um, so those are both interesting. I don't even know where cement is on the map. So I'm going to have to actually find it, because there's... So that is interesting. Let's do find some cement, because that could be... Now Bendigo, yeah, so Bendigo actually looks like it is our... I think I'm going to go ahead and do the publishing here. Now that's interesting. To make newspapers, you need you need I can't even speak right now. You need lumber plus chemicals. That's bizarre. So I'm gonna go ahead and do publishing. Actually, we're not gonna do that. You know where I'm gonna do publishing at? I'm gonna do publishing in Adelaide. Because Adelaide... Oh, actually, I can't do publishing in Adelaide because I don't have any... Well, I suppose that I actually could do it in Adelaide, because I could just buy the distillery. I own the distillery. I could knock it down and then do publishing there, because I do have you know, I own the distillery. I could knock it down and then I could put in the publishing there, because I already have lumber being mass produced there, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start delivering lumber. Let's see. Produce 10 loads of newspapers. Okay. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to have to see what they need to make chemicals here in Dimboola. Dimboola needs I'm going to put in a museum, because that'll make it a little happier. So I need to deliver coal to Dimboola, and then I need to deliver lumber from Adelaide. So we're going to go like this. We're going to choose a freight from Adelaide to Bendigo, but we're going to prioritize lumber. That way we make sure that Bendigo has plenty of lumber. And then I'm going to do the same thing for Dimboola to Bendigo, but I'm going to prioritize chemicals. I'll leave the rest of it. Now I know they probably don't even have chemicals just yet, because I'm going to have to actually find the chemicals and then start shipping it to it. So that is my goal right now, is to find chemicals, or I'm sorry, to find coal, but then also to find cement. So remember, I needed cement. That looks like fruit. That is seafood up there. There's wool over there. There's cattle up there. I legit don't even know where cement is. Way up here. Transport 20 loads of cement to towns. That's crazy. So there is cement way up here. There's got to be other cement. Actually, you know what? I always forget that you can look there. Now the arrows show this way, so let's go where the arrows send us. Oh, there we go. So we do have cement right here, which is actually pretty close to some existing goods. Let's see where else we have it. Otherwise, we are way up north here. That's not good. That's kind of far out of the way. It doesn't look like we have any along to the east. Where was that last one at? Nope, that one's too far north. I feel like we did have another one. It was further south. There we go. So we've got this one right here, which means I'm probably going to need to unlock a settlement that's nearby. Which I can't even do that. Now, which also means I'm probably going to need to unlock this territory. I'll unlock that territory. And it actually has coal here too. So this actually may not be such a bad thing. Because maybe... Okay, so if I get Kobar here, I'll actually unlock both the coal and the cement. So let's get that built. Oh, actually, I forgot to establish the settlement site. Now we can build our station. We'll just build it like that. All right. Now at this point, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to bring in the goods. Now I do have wood here and I have wheat down there, so I can bring it over pretty easily. And I do have wood there. But I already have this wood here and this wheat. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it up to Dubbo. Is that good? That looks good. I have tons of money at this point, so I can, and I'm also, you know, as long as you're building, you can, all right, so we've got wheat there. I'll send that up. I'll send a, just looking around to see what's the best path to get over there. Now that's all a bridge, so that is going to be difficult to get into. We might need to bring the train into the station and then up, or I could just bring the wood from over here and just send it directly up, connecting into the station. I might as well do that. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. It's actually there's no reason to do that, and I'll tell you why. I only need 2 trains. Let's pick the train. I only need 2 trains to go from here to here. And what it'll do, if I can click on it, what it'll do is it'll just come into Dubbo and then back up, get onto the other line. So I will just do it just like that. That's going to give me plenty of time. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to clone it. And then the same thing here. We'll just do this straight over to there. I won't clone that one. Let's see. Let's get a train down here for the seafood. We'll run it straight up there. I might clone the seafood though. Alright, so we've got that. So I think we are good in that regard. Now the one last thing is the beer. How do we get beer? Who's making beer that we could send? Now, you know, they don't really have lumber or chemicals. I'm not going to worry about buying them and try to get to them. Now, Port Marquette has beer, so we're just going to have to take some beer, but I'm going to take it from the warehouse. Make sure I got the line correct. It looks good. Alright, so it's going to be beer, no wheat, 8, and then I'm not going to really bring anything back. So, alright, so that looks good. And then I'm going to do a second train as well. Now, I am going to expand this just so that it has an extra, and some extra tracks in case it needs to bring in some wheat, because it's probably bringing wheat in from Warehouse 1. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look to make sure it is. So it actually only has one. I'm going to clone it. This is why Port McCreary is not really making much beer. Just looking around, see what our best options are. This corridor through this, hill is always so crowded as it is. I hate messing with that too much, but I don't want to waste too much time here because I do want to get this started. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the let's find where they're making the Vegemite. So Bendigo, Dimbula, Pinaroo is where they're making the Vegemite. So I'm going to buy this. So now it's mine. So that way, as they make Vegemite, I'll at least get credit for that. So I've already produced 0.45 loads of Vegemite, or Railomite is what they call it, actually. The clothing as well. Now, Newcastle was making clothing, and I was sending it down via Dubbo, was taking cloth down to Newcastle to make clothing. So I'm going to buy that as well. And I'm going to expand the tailor. But in doing so, I'm going to need more cloth coming from Dubbo. So let's find... So I think it's just that one. Is that one also... We're going to prioritize cloth for that one as well. So we have 2 coming down. I think that'll be plenty to make clothing. So we've got clothing being made. We've got Railomite being made. I do need to get the newspapers and the cement. Let me just take a quick look at... so Newcastle's 54,000 people. All right, let me take a look. This is still... So our first train of wood is getting there. We have am I looking at? Oh, I went the wrong way. Um, so we have wood there, and I think the other... So we have 2 seafoods coming, that's good. We've got the other full train coming. So actually, everything looks to be good. I am going to get rid of that other empty train. This train that's going back. Not that one, but that one. So I'm going to delete that. Get it off the track, because I don't want it going back and then filling up a space. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. So now the wood has been met, so we're going to delete this one. We've got 2 seafoods, and then... Actually, I only put 1 wheat on there. So we're actually looking pretty good in that respect. Let's see here. So we've got clothing being made, raylemite being made, newspapers, cement, population. That was what I was going to look at. So I did look at Bendigo. Bendigo was 92,000, so that is good there. I think Adelaide is 77. So really, if I can get some additional goods to Adelaide, I think Adelaide will actually be quite happy and grow a little bit. The problem is they're sort of out there, so I need to bring in goods from afar. Just looking to see what... Now, there is meat from Ballarat. I think I do have meat actually going to Adelaide. Let's see what's going to Adelaide. Adelaide, Bendigo, Adelaide, Parker State, Pinaroo. Okay, so we do not have any... did I say Ballarat? I do not see Ballarat on my list. So let's send a train from Ballarat. It can take some steaks or something out to Adelaide. And then I'm not too worried about the thing. It's 77. I'll be able to get it to grow relatively quickly. I do want to try to get this one done so that I can get the cement and the coal produced as soon as possible. So as soon as I get that opened up, I can start messing with that. So there's one of the seafoods. Let's see, there should be a... this is the one... Okay, so that one actually brought the wheat. This is bringing in the first load of seafood. That's got the second load of seafood. That's got the first load of beer. And that's got the second load of beer. Alright, so the only one I'm really waiting on is this Evans Preserve to bring back another load of wheat, and we're good. This one from the fisheries I don't need anymore, so I'll delete it. Alright, so I think we're doing well. Let's see. Yep, so the clothing and the raylemite are being produced pretty rapidly, so that's not an issue. That'll be just fine. Again, getting that those newspapers and then the cement. I am curious who actually is going to need cement. Let's see. 76,000, so there's really probably just Adelaide and Bendigo at this point are going to need cement. So as soon as I get that produced, I'll just start shipping one train each to both Bendigo and Adelaide. Those will be the only two that actually want it at this point. Let's see, that's our other seafood. going to speed it up just a touch. I can go ahead and delete that train as well. Now we are, that's got to go back and get another wheat. That's bringing in beer, and that's bringing in beer, so. Alright, so right now, the seafood is met, the wood is met. We need another train full of wheat and 2 trains of beer, and we're good to go. All right, I'm gonna let that go for now. I'll come back to it. Just trying to think of what's the best way. What can I get from Adelaide to make it grow? It needs beer, and it needs steaks, and it needs cloth and clothing and fruit. Fruit is something that I could actually bring in relatively easy, as well as Vegemite. Let's see, does it have any trains going from Pinaroo to Adelaide? It does have one. Now, I'm surprised it didn't take any Vegemite with it. So I'm gonna go Pinaroo to Adelaide, but I'm going to prioritize Vegemite so I can take some Vegemite over. It's only taken one, probably because Adelaide's like, yeah, we don't want that garbage. All right, and I got steaks coming from Ballarat, so that will help that a little bit. Again, they don't really yeah, they need cloth and clothing and vegetables and fruit. Let's see, I do have vegetables coming in already. Maybe I'll double up the I'll send 2 trains of vegetables in. Is there any fruit around? Probably not around there. Let's see if I can find some fruit. I thought there was around Bendigo somewhere. Oh, there is way up here by the warehouse. Now this warehouse also has plenty of cloth and fruit. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send a freight train. Nope. Well, it is going to go to Adelaide, but it's going to come from the warehouse. All right, so the warehouse, we are going to take cloth and fruit. I don't know what it'll take. I wish I could say like take 50-50, but I don't think it'll actually let me do that. It won't take anything back. Actually, I'm going to tell it to come to Orange. So it'll go warehouse to Adelaide to Orange. Now at Orange, I don't want it to take anything. But then in Adelaide, it can take whatever it wants back to Orange, and then it'll go back to warehouse 5. So let's do that. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do...
Strengthening of industry also sets the levers on the political stage in motion.
The
first negotiations on Australia's independence have begun.
I'm going to prioritize the cloth on this one, and then I'm going to make another train where I'm going to prioritize the fruit. So it'll take 1 fruit. Then Adelaide will take anything, but then in Orange I want it to be nothing. Okay. All right, so that looks good. So I got 1. All right, Alright, so I've got one taking cloth and one taking fruit to Adelaide. That'll help grow Adelaide. Beer. Need to find another source of beer to bring it in. I do have some Vegemite coming in. And I might even... Nope, that's not it. Might even see if I can... I can't expand the Vegemite. Now at this point, it has plenty of yeast and it has plenty of vegetables, so I don't know why the food industry is showing 0%. Okay, now it's showing 100. Okay. Because they do have vegetables coming in from here, I think, right? It looks like they only have one, so I'm going to actually clone this so they have 2 trains going to Pinaroo. Alright, let's get back up to our station here because I suspect...
The separate Australian colonies recently formed a firm alliance. This is the birth of a new nation.
So that one I can go ahead and delete. This one is just about coming in there. So this train is waiting to get another load of wheat to take. This train is just pulling into Cobar. Once it empties out its load, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Alright, so we can delete that. Alright, so let's go back down here. Everything except the one more train full of wheat will get Cobar set up. And it is right there. It's being loaded right now, so once it gets up there, Cobar will be good to go, and then I can start with the coal and the cement. So let's take a look at our task list. So we've got the raylemite already done. The clothing will be done very shortly. The newspapers, again, I can't get it done because I don't have chemicals being made, so I need to get chemicals made, and then the cement transported to town. So as soon as I get Cobar freed up, I'll be able to do those 2 things. So I think what I'll do now is I will stop this video, and then on the next one I will start up just as I'm getting this set of tasks just about finished, and we'll start on the next set for the next video. So until then,